Recently, user Evil Tyreal has been posting build guides on a Dragonclaw Assassin. This assassin build boasts some of the highest physical damage in the game, and you can see some of its handiwork here. It makes pretty short work of these bosses. I want to take this build for a spin, so today I'll be playing the Evil Tyreal Dragonclaw Assassin. The main ability for this build will be Dragonclaw. Dragonclaw requires 2 martial arts weapons and will strike an enemy with both weapons. It's kind of like the Barbarian's double swing. Because it's a physical weapon ability, it's subject to physical based modifiers such as enhanced damage, plus to max damage, critical strike. Early on, I'll alternate my skill points between Burst of Speed and Dragonclaw. I'm going to shoot to get my attack speed from Burst of Speed up to 49%. When building a martial arts character like this, you need to pay special attention to claws that you can chop. Here's a good example. This one has enhanced damage and some maximum damage. Nice. Ooh, a rare skull cap. Let's check it out. Ho, got some cold res and some fire resistance. Very nice. I'm gonna grind some Countess runs because there's some runes that this build really wants. And a tier rune is one of them. I want to find an and a tier rune to be able to make strength and a claw for the crushing blow. I'm also looking for a Tal rune, one of the main components to the stealth rune word. And finally, I find an ETH rune, which allows me to finish the stealth rune word. An early stealth rune word is especially important for a martial arts assassin. The faster hit recovery and extra poison resistance make the Andariel fight a lot safer. And the Andariel fight goes very smoothly. My heavy physical based damage build does very well against her. My high defenses, poison resistance, as well as weapon block keep me in the fight. She goes down pretty quickly and drops a rare amulet. Ooh, let's check it out. Wow, look at that. This beauty represents every single resistance, has 4 to strength, and even reduces damage by 1. Yeah, I'm gonna put that on. Not far into Act 2, I spec into Cloak of Shadows. Cloak of Shadows blinds enemy monsters and reduces monster defense. It allows me to hit Randomant without his minions attacking me back. This gives me the leeway to claw him down. Ooh, a unique mace. Crush Flange. Wow, look at all that crushing blow. I might save this for later. Now I will say that this build can be tedious. Everything's single hit, so it can take a while to defeat monsters, but a rare Cestus drops. Let's check it out. Okay, so this isn't great, but check out this Ghoul Claw Hatchet Hands I found earlier. It has 168 durability. I've never seen a weapon with that much durability. Crazy. In the Arcane Sanctuary, I always guess top left. And once again, my faith is rewarded. Summon her down. Duriel is traditionally the hardest act boss for martial arts assassins, so I'm a little nervous, but I'm gonna pull out some spicy tech. The Crush Flange Mace. This gives me a source of crushing blow against the giant bug, which lets me swat him like a fly. Before long, the big creepy maggot goes down. And he drops loot, including this mask. Let's check it out. Not bad. Fire resistance, cold resistance, a little bit of life, and it looks way better too. Let's swap it. In the Spider Cavern, Sark the Burning is very deadly. I cut him back a bit, but it's not until I cast Cloak of Shadows and shake his minions that I'm able to dispatch him. I'll grab the eye. What is Natalia doing here anyways? Anyone know? Some enemies just aren't worth slogging through. Ah! Oh no. Get me out of here. Witch Doctor gets me low. My fire resist isn't stellar, but I take out his minions, kill him, and grab the brain. I tank the council pretty well, but turn tail and run when I get cursed. From here, I pick the council members off one by one. I do have to go back to the sewers for the heart, and Riftwing rewards my procrastination with a rare belt. Nice, look at that. So a huge stat here is that replenish life. Having 4 to replenish life this early on is like having a ton of life leech. That's a great belt. I'm going to swap it. And finally, grab heart. Typically, if the council is easy for your character, Mephisto will be easy too. I kite him back here to avoid aggroing the Bloodlords in the back, and from here it's pretty smooth sailing. My resistances are high, so I'm not in any real threat. Ah, a rare ring. Now look at this beauty. All 3 of these top stats are good, but I love that lightning resistance. Swap it. Visual is tough for a melee assassin because he's hard to hit, he slows you, and he has a lot of health. But I have an ace in my pocket. I switch to the Crush Flange, and the Crushing Blow does wonders. Look at that. So I've got this 2-socketed claw, and I want to make a steal. I'll put a tier, an L, and whoops. Turns out you can't make a steal on a claw. But I do get a little lucky and find an Ithroon later. Ithroons are great for melee-based builds, especially early on, because they increase the max damage of your weapon. Alright, it's time to crack this forge. Oh, an Omrune is very nice. An Omrune allows me to make a strength, and yes, this one actually can be made in claws. The strength gives me a source of crushing blow while wielding claws. And that crushing blow definitely helps smooth out the fight with Diablo. Diablo's Firestorm is just about the only thing I have to dodge at this point. My character is very tanky, and breaths aren't very dangerous for her. And Diablo's a loot pinata today. Look at all this junk. Alright, let's check out these hatchet hands. Oh, those are crap. This build is really good at assassinating targets, but it's kind of a drag when you're slowed. Ooh, a helm. The Direhorn helm. This thing is great. It's got awesome resistances, especially with that 30 fire res, and the faster hit recovery is very good on a martial arts assassin this early on. I'll put it on. Dragonclaw doesn't cost a lot of mana, but it is annoying chugging mana potions, and I'd like to make some room for rejuve potions, so I hope I can find some mana leech soon. I really should be using Cloak of Shadows to drop the aggro of the Maulers, but otherwise I kill Shank, no problem. Iback the Unleashed is surrounded by a horde of monsters, but my fire res keeps me safe, and he drops a magic demon hide sash. Not bad. Some life, some fire resistance, and some extra belt slots. I'll put it on. I always get a bit squeamish against Thresh Socket on a martial arts assassin. He's cursed and he does a lot of damage, but my damage is also very good. Ooh, that's some nice loot. Colwyn's Point. With the $1 skills, I could maybe use this as a buff stick. 11 to max damage wrist spike. Nice. That's some good damage right there. Okay, I'm gonna rescue Anya. I'm gonna check out what she gives me. Man, this thing had potential. If that min and max damage is a little higher, this would be really good. Even with Cloak of Shadows, this wall of monsters is pretty tough. I'm gonna try and go the other way. The Dragonclaw Assassin is a single target build, so you have to pick your battles carefully. Whoa, a soul rune. Oh, sweet. The Ancients always have been, and always will be, tough for the melee assassin. The blind on Cloak of Shadows doesn't work on them, and the assassin struggles to mitigate high physical damage. Outside of weapon block, we don't have much. Nonetheless, my health pool is high, and I'm able to take him down. Achmel the Cursed. I mean, look, my character looks like she's 80 years old. She's so slow. I gotta get some Cannot Be Frozen. Bale is almost as dangerous as Duriel for my character. He spawns multiple enemies and he slows. He drains my mana, and I have no mana leech. Ow! Was that a crit? He's also blisteringly hard to hit. Nonetheless, with persistence, I take him out. Ooh, unique tower shield. Bavarit Keep. Wow, 75 fire resistance. That is a nice shield. Sadly, I can't use it on this build. Wow, that's a piece of armor. Defense mod based on character level and 2 relevant resistances? Yeah, I'm gonna swap that. See you, stealth. It's also stylish. My resistances are looking pretty good, so I'm just gonna go straight into Nightmare. Ow. Oof. Oh boy. Mamma mia.
Alright, I need to figure out this armor situation. And what better way to do that than Countess runs? My goal is to farm a Peace rune word, which requires a Thal, an Om, and a Shield rune. The Countess is gracious and gives me a Thal rune right off the bat. She also gives me a Spectral Shard. Nice. Wow, 2 soul runes. Well, that was easy. So first, I'll combine 3 soul runes to make a Shile rune. Now, Peace is the 1.11 Amazon rune word. However, according to Evil Tyreal, it is the best in slot armor for the Dragonclaw Assassin. Peace gives any character a 2% chance to summon a Valkyrie on striking. This is a great benefit for the martial arts assassin because our character just isn't that durable. But the Valkyrie is level 15. It can take some serious punishment. The second reason Peace is so good is its +2 to critical strike. This dramatically increases Dragonclaw's chance to score a critical hit. Honestly, this innovation by Evil Tyreal was a huge motivating factor for me to play this build. The Peace armor solves a lot of the melee assassin's weaknesses. But not this weakness. Ow! I could use some more lightning resistance. Oh, a unique amulet. Nice! No way! I have the E-Lich? That's so good! 1 to all skills, life leech, a little defense to missiles. I lose some resistances, but oh man, what a find. Swap it. Look at me destroy this bug. And grab staff. So I've opted to employ the Frost Archer Juwini as my mercenary for this run. Juwini casts Frost Arrow, which helps me crowd control large packs of monsters, and she also casts Inner Sight, which lowers monster defense. And the build's really starting to come together here. I've got good DPS, a tank, and some crowd control. These battle boots suck though.
But danger does lurk through every doorway. Here I get stuck, and I have to tap out. Duriel is traditionally a hard boss for the martial arts assassin, but here I'm able to juggle aggro between me and my Valkyrie, which simplifies the fight quite a bit. Juwini is also keeping him slow with her cold arrow, which lowers his DPS substantially. A level 15 Valkyrie makes this fight easy. Ooh, a rare circlet. Okay, look at this. It's an offensive option with 1 to assassin skills. I'm not sure it's better than what I'm currently wearing. I really value the defensive mods on Dire Hornhelm, but it's a cool find. I'm gonna lift this thing right past Sark. Let's check out this Gibden ring. This thing's incredible. The minimum damage and attack rating mods make it worth wearing alone, but the 20 fire resistance is just gravy. Act 2, Act 3, I'm still chewing through everything with this character. Oh, neat. A rare war hat. Oh man, this is an excellent helm. What's really good here is that 28 lightning resistance, and I desperately need lightning resistance. I'm gonna swap it. No, 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 not again, not again. No.
Oh, sick. A foul rune. No way. A combat shrine before Meph. Let's go. Now I get to just obliterate this guy. So easy. A unique cedar bow. The Kuko. It fires explosive arrows, but the big mod here is the 50% pierce. This would be a good bow for my Frost Maiden. I'll give it to her.
Oh, a socketed cedar bow. And 4 sockets. Well, just kidding. I'll make an insight and give that to her instead.
As always, the insight is excellent. My character has near infinite mana. Single target is where the Dragonclaw Assassin shines. My Valkyrie tanks, and I kill Hephisto. Easy. Oh, an Umrune! Sweet! Fun fact, Umrune is the highest rune you can get from the Nightmare Hellforge. Nice! Fine. Brute forcing your way through dangerous packs of monsters isn't always the best way to go about playing this build. Sometimes it's better to just find an alternative route. Then again, sometimes you have no choice. Oblivion Knights are immune to the blind from Cloak of Shadows, which makes them a challenge for the Dragonclaw Assassin. Huh. Acestus. Oh, and a Battle Dart. I'm out of scrolls though. The Death Bite Battle Dart. This would actually be kind of good for a Blade Sin. It's got 40 to Deadly Strike. Very cool. Oh yeah, and that's Cestus.
I pity the fool.
Oh my gosh, a Fool's Claw. This just made this build. The number one issue martial arts assassins have is attack rating, but not with this thing. 12,000 AR is a colossal amount of attack rating. And Diablo sure feels it. I'm hardly getting any misses against this sucker. The Fool's Claw makes short work of the prime evil. I'm a barbarian summoner? Get 'em, boys. You can always just skip. Ow, 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 ow. Never mind, never mind. This is what icy Hades looks like. Rescue Anya. Give me a good claw, please.
Nope.
So this time I'll do it right. First I start with Madwalk. He casts a shout that raises all the defense of the other barbarians. He has stone skin, but my Fool's Claw is pretty much able to ignore it. I move on to Korlik because he's easier to hit, and save Talik for last. Oh, a unique amulet.
I say. Gents, you should come and have a look at this.
No! Atma's Scarab? This is perfect for my build! With the chance to cast amplified damage, I have a way to deal with physical immunes. This thing even has 20% bonus to attack rating. 75 poison resistance? This thing's sick! Now I'm starting to think this run is blessed. You're cursed, Vale. Cursed you again. As if I needed any help hitting this pinata. Jokes aside, my damage is actually pretty low, and it takes quite a while to chew through Vale. But he dies eventually. None of this loot is very stellar. Lance of Yagi, Charcy Food Scale Mail, typical stuff. Now I'll need to do some farming to get my character hell ready. A rare hand scythe on the first mob. Well, that's a good sign. I present to you the most tragic hand scythe in existence. A rare claw that rolled with a Fool's mod, enhanced damage, but it's ethereal. It's useless.
Oh man, ow. Yeah, my character's feeling very delicate in hell. I don't have any trouble hitting things, but I just do no damage. I take out Corpse Fire by charging up a Tiger Strike, and he drops a Cornet. Whoa, a Monarch. Now if only I could get to the Cornet. Ow! Alright, got it. What? This is the best tiara I've ever seen. Holy crap, this is amazing. 2 to traps, 30 to ED. Amazing stats, resistances. Diablo's a lot like poker. Sometimes you just have to play the hand you're dealt. And in this case, I have excellent gear for a Blade Trap Assassin. Between the Spirit Monarch and the Cornet I just found, I have excellent plus to skills, and using Blade skills allows me to use the Ethereal Death Claw hand scythe. Now unfortunately my Act 1 through 3 Hell clips had some lag to them due to a recording error, but I wanted to include this clip because, well, I give to you the channel's first Harlequin Crest Shackle. And I can now say with confidence that this run is blessed. This is probably the channel's fastest Izuel kill. Amazing what some crit will do, huh? My Valkyrie isn't as tough in Hell mode, but I do so much damage that it doesn't really matter. And Blade Fury counts as a strike, so I still have the chance to summon new Valkyries. I also crafted a set of hit power gloves, which gives me a chance to knock back, improving my character's safety. Not sure what I'm looking for here, but it's definitely not a Hell rune. Ugh. The Chaos Sanctuary is pretty smooth sailing. Nothing here can really challenge my character. Wow, that Inferno does a lot. There's a safety portal. I gotta kill Infector though. I can't get him. Uh-oh, they got me cornered. This is looking spicy, I don't know. I can't click on the portal. If I can just kill Infector, I can Cloak of Shadows my way out of here. Got him. Oh man, I'm out of rejuves, but with a little bit of distance, Cloak of Shadows, I can safely take out the pack. Diablo is much easier. I do have to dodge his Hellfire, but Lightning Breath can be tanked at full health. Now I have to be stationary to use Blade Fury, which can be a liability against Diablo, so I also rely on Blade Sentinel quite a bit. And he drops a Mage Fist. Act 5 gives me access to my final socket quest. I kill Shank to claim my reward. And what am I going to socket? Well, none other than my Harlequin Crest Shackle with an Umrune. Maxed out resistances in Hell with Fade. Excellent. Well, blow me down. I've found a Blunderbore with so much defense that not even amp damage can cut through his physical immunity. Luckily, I have Venom. When I'm using Fade and I'm cursed, I usually prefer to just wait it out before moving on to the next pack. Wow, that hurt. Frozenstein has the Stone Skin mod, so I'm gonna have to take him on an adventure in order to kill him. And here's the power of Deadly Strike. Paired with amp damage, of course. Splat! It's time for Ancients, and I don't dare to stand still and cast Blade Flurry. Instead, I run in a circle and throw out Blade Sentinels. There's no focus targeting here. Instead, whoever's weak to physical damage and venom will be the first to die. I do have a close call where I get cast locked, but I have enough defenses that I'm able to run away. Madwalk is the first to perish, followed closely by Corlick. With only Talic left, I start to get confident and begin to use Blade Flurry. It isn't before long that I Moonwalk Snipe him. Bale's minions give me a little bit of trouble, but the Primeval is no match for my Blade Assassin. Before we go into the build, I want to plug my new YouTube video series, Road to Warglaves, where I embark on a campaign to acquire 2 of World of Warcraft's most legendary items. If you like watching me find rare green items, you may enjoy this series. I'll pop a link for it in the description. Now on to the build. My weapon was the Deathclaw Hand Scythe, an ethereal Fool's Mod Claw. I'm really happy I got to use this thing. The attack rating made Hell easier than it should have been. In the Helm slot, I had a 100% self-found Shako, a Trigulated Male Peace Rune Word for the Valkyrie tank and the 2 to critical strike, Atma's Scarab, which was my source for breaking physical immunes, a Spirit Monarch, some dual res rare boots, an extremely good rare ring, which I got from saving Hell Kane, a girthy 46 to life Sharkskin belt, another decent attack rating ring, and my hit power gloves, which were my source of knockback. I super maxed all of the Blade Trap Assassin skills, but I never used a Blade Shield because that would reduce the durability of the Ethereal Death's Grasp. I also super maxed the Claw Mastery for the attack rating, damage, and most importantly, chance to critical strike. I also put 10 points into Venom to help with physical immunes. Well guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to like the video and check out my new series Road to Warglaves in the description below.